Hey there Cosmic Warriors, and welcome back to another video. Okay, so I am here today with the Gemini Philosophy video. So what we're going to do is we are going to focus on Jupiter in Gemini as we look at how you can attract good luck and fortune into your life. Jupiter, of course, is all about how you attract good luck, fortune, prosperity, abundance, and blessings into your life. It looks at how you share and search for knowledge, meaning, and truth. And it also looks at how you can turn situations into opportunities for growth and expansion. Now, if you are a Gemini, meaning that your sun sign is in Gemini, then this video may be for you if you have your Jupiter in Gemini, but it also may not be for you. So it's just really important to go to the video that suits you. So for example, if you have your Jupiter in Cancer, go to the Cancer video. Or if you have your Jupiter in Leo, go to the Leo video, and so on and so forth. I will be making a video for every single Jupiter sign. So I definitely forgot to film this part of the video earlier on, but before we do get started, if you would like to know more information all about your Jupiter sign, your Jupiter house, along with your Sagittarius house, as well as your 9th house within your natal birth chart, then I have created a Sagittarius season / archetype ebook. So what I am going to do is I'm going to provide a link to that ebook in the description box below so that you can pick up your copy today. Alright, so yes, that's all the introductions out of the way. Let's finally do this. So the philosophical quote that I chose for you, Jupiter in Gemini, is, "Even while they teach, men learn." And that is a quote from Seneca the Younger, and he was a Roman philosopher. And some really famous Jupiter in Gemini people to make you aware of, they include Kanye West, Oprah Winfrey, Bjork, and J.K. Rowling. And what I find really interesting about these 4 particular celebrities is how all of them share something in common, and that is really to do with them broadcasting the truth through how they articulate themselves, through how they communicate. So we have Kanye West and we have Bjork. Of course, they will do this, or they do this, through their music, through their songwriting. And then we have the likes of Oprah Winfrey, and of course she is a talk show host, and so she does this through communicating with other people, through asking questions, through being curious, inquisitive. And of course this show is broadcasted across the world, and she's very, very popular. And then lastly with J.K. Rowling, I mean, she is the writer of Harry Potter. So if you have your Jupiter in Gemini, of course, not saying that you're going to be as famous or as popular as these 4 celebrities as explained, but the point is that it's about you articulating your truth, articulating your message, sharing that with your audience, sharing it with other people. And you're going to do this then in a way by which you remain curious about your journey. So when you're learning new pieces of knowledge, new pieces of information, you will be curious about it, and the more curious you are about it, the more engaged you are through that knowledge that you're learning, you're going to keep getting better, and you're going to grow, and you're going to expand, and all of these new ideas are just going to keep pinging out of your head. You're just going to go like, oh, I have another idea, I could do this, or another opportunity may arise then through these different new ideas that you have, and then new doors will open for you. And so, for example, if we were to ground this information, let's say you're even just a student, you know, maybe you're at high school and there's certain subjects that do grab your attention. So those subjects that do grab that inquisitive, engaging attention span of you, Jupiter and Gemini, which you can be quite restless and you may lose focus, you may get distracted easily, especially if you're not curious in the subject. But that particular subject, if it really does grab your attention and your focus, then you are going to just run with it, you know? You're going to be able to find the patterns and the themes and just be able to connect everything. And then next thing you know, like, you will get good grades, or you will be sort of plummeted forward into other pieces of knowledge that then can expand your mind more. But it really does boil down to you keeping your focus long enough, and I think that a good way for you to do that is to break it down into bite sizes. Bite-size pieces where you can learn it as if a child can learn it, rather than it being this long, dry, boring article or essay. You want to be able to break it down and then go into that particular thing and assess it a little bit, and then get what you want from it, and then go on to the next thing, and then you can make connections and dots onto the next thing as well. And I feel, of course, with two celebrities that were mentioned, you know, Kanye West, Bjork, especially with Kanye West, you know, with rapping, you have to be so quick. Like, your mind has to be really on it. Of course, he is a Gemini himself, so that certainly does help him in that regard. But I digress. For you, Gemini, then, you just may be this eternal student, an eternal learner, but the way you're going to do it is by keeping yourself engaged. And this is exactly why I chose this philosophical quote for you, Gemini, of even while they teach, men learn. Because even whilst you broadcast your truth, you share your message, you share the knowledge that you learn with other people, you also are able to learn just as much. And with that in mind, you realize that you are teaching and learning at the same time, but whilst you're teaching, other people are also learning from you. And so with Jupiter and Gemini, it does suggest that you're going to be this person who's just constantly evolving and expanding and growing through your knowledge, through these things that you keep on learning. And it's just so important that you do keep that light-heartedness about it, you know, keep the humor there, keep that alive, keep the wittiness alive, to have fun with it, to change it up, to switch things up. I feel that that is important, because that is going to keep you much more engaged and focused, like I was saying. But of course, this can also mean where you juggle a lot of things at once, you know, so you're going to juggle a lot of pieces of knowledge or essays or articles at one time, and so that can suggest that you're able to pick up on new pieces of information from those things. But also, you're going to share the conclusions that you then formulate from this information that you're picking up. You're going to share these conclusions with others in a really logical way that just makes sense. You could be this type of person where you think to yourself, well, fact is fact. You know, I've seen it, I've read about it, I've learned enough about it. This is the facts. And so in terms of people debating with you, disagreeing with you, then you can just bring all of that information that you've learned and back it up with those facts, with logic. Logic is such a powerful tool when it comes to debating. Another example to ground this energy could be if you have a family and you have Jupiter in Gemini. Maybe you have children of your own. And so you're trying to guide and mentor your children. Of course, Jupiter is all about, you know, being that mentor, being that guide for others. And so you may turn to your children and you may really just teach them the importance of speaking their truth. You may teach them the importance of just being honest and open about what they really think, and not really holding back and pushing through that judgment from other people. Because another thing about this, I suppose, is that you will be the type of person who you will speak your message and you will be aware that people are going to judge. People are going to have their opinions about what you have to say. But if you have your Jupiter in Gemini, you may be more reluctant to care necessarily about what other people have to say, what their opinions are about you. And so you may teach the same message to your children, and that can really encourage them in that way and uplift them. And even on that note as well, of course, Jupiter is all about positivity, and it's about happiness and being optimistic. And so through your words, there's going to be that optimistic, positive push, I suppose. And so as you communicate, you may be much more aware of how to communicate in a much more positive way, maybe in a way where you're aware of how your journey has impacted you in a positive way. And so through the learning that you've experienced through your journey, you can then teach that to other people as well, and then that of course can inspire them. And Jupiter is also about inspiration. You know, it's inspiring other people and really lifting them up. And so there is such a powerful force with this Jupiter and Gemini energy, where you can, through you broadcasting your truth, you can teach these same positive messages to other people as a way to inspire them. Now, with that being said, still, your conclusions, when you share your conclusions, you want them to be interesting, you want to be playful, you still want to have that fun lightheartedness, because Gemini is all about this in astrology. So you may be the type of person, Jupiter and Gemini, who's really good at making other people laugh, bringing the wit, you know, making quick jokes that people do not see coming, and they're like, oh my gosh, you're so funny. You could be that type of person who goes on to be a comedian, or you go on to write skits, or you go on to write certain, you know, jokes in magazines or novels. And of course as well, Jupiter is all about publishing, so publications. You could be that type of person then, Jupiter and Gemini, who publishes really funny articles in newspapers or magazines or in blogs or in websites. And also, you may just have a natural gift of broadcasting your discoveries and your ideas. And what I mean by this is, you may be really, really good, Gemini, at finding out the facts, right? You'll find out the facts within whatever knowledge you're seeking. So if there's a certain, let's say a certain subject, you know, if it's astrology, right? Maybe you're the type of person who really loves just learning about astrology. So you're gonna go and read loads of novels by these different authors. You're gonna go and watch loads of videos on YouTube. You just want to seek out the facts and information from astrology. And then what you're going to do is you're going to share that information. You're going to broadcast your discoveries and your ideas with other people, but you're going to do it in a way whereby which there's going to be that interesting, engaging energy along with it, where you're kind of able to catch the eye of others because of how interesting you make it, because of how fun you make it, because of how playful you may make it, because of all the new ideas that you bring forward, where every day is a new day, every week is a new week, you know, people don't know what the heck they're gonna expect from you. And so it creates a lot of attention, I suppose, from others, where they're kept on their feet. Like they don't know, they just don't know what they're gonna get next. And it does create that curiosity for other people then to want to absorb and learn from you. So on that note, if you have your Jupiter in Gemini, you may succeed or find a lot of fortune through being a news reporter, through being a news broadcaster. You may find a lot of fortune, or you may find that opportunities open, or you just have this good luck come your way whenever you are working within advertisement or sales or marketing. You may be this type of person who's so successful at selling other people things. You may just have this natural flair, this natural gift of being able to do that. And you may also have a natural gift of teaching others. So actually being a teacher, you could find really a lot of good luck and fortune come your way by stepping into an opportunity where it involves teaching. Whether that be you teaching other people on the internet about certain subjects that you're interested in, or whether that be you teaching your family and your friends about certain subjects that you're interested in, or physically being a teacher in front of younger people, or possibly even teaching adults as well. Whatever the case, whatever the scenario, teaching may just really be something that opens you up to many opportunities. And even on that note, you just may be really good at teaching other people different languages, or you may be good at learning about different languages, or you may be really good at teaching other people how to play instruments, because you may just seek out knowledge when it comes to learning about new instruments and then teaching other people how to do the same. Likewise, you may seek new knowledge through transportation or vehicles. You know, these types of things may really interest you and catch your eye. And so likewise, you may just step into a field, or an opportunity may arise where you then teach other people about vehicles and transportation. Plus, you just may attract good luck and fortune through writing. After all, J.K. Rowling, she is a writer, and she has certainly attracted a lot of good luck and wealth and fortune towards her for her novels that she has created over the years. But of course as well, writing could also extend towards music, you know, so you being a lyricist. These types of opportunities they may really grab your attention. And so by entering into these fields, you may find that you do really, really well. You basically just have this ability, Jupiter and Gemini, to inspire others to reach for the stars through how you communicate, through your words. You can certainly encourage and uplift others with your words. You can give them hope. You can inspire them to dream. You can really just express the importance of giving them something to believe in. You know, you can look at it as, well, it's all a mindset, you know, this whole positivity and being more optimistic about your situation. It's a mindset. That might be something that you follow, you know? And so in this way, through changing your mindset, you can attract just like a lot of opportunity, a lot of great things into your life, because you realize that it really does start with how you think about the scenario, how you think about the outcome, or the things that you do attract. And what I'm further trying to get to from this example is, well, if, for example, I was to sit here and say, well, you know, it's a crap day outside, and I just kept thinking about it, I would just keep focusing on it, right? It's a crap day, it's a crap day, it's a crap day, and that's all I'm thinking about. And so that is where my mind is going. But if I switch my dialogue to, oh, well, yes, I acknowledge that it's a crap day, right? But I get to take my bag and I get to go for coffee, or I get to go and get my groceries, or I get to go and meet my friend, you know? Changing that mindset to that focusing on something that does bring you happiness, or it makes you just feel good. Therefore, Jupiter in Gemini, it is you that can teach other people. You can inspire other people to do the same, to help them along their journey to realize that the mind is a very powerful tool. And you can also encourage other people to expand upon their education. You can really teach them the importance of getting a good education, and also seeing how education can be used as a mighty tool to push them forward towards a certain direction into their future aspirations. And this I find to be quite interesting, of course, because Oprah Winfrey, who was mentioned, she has opened up schools, I believe, across the world for educational programs. I can't exactly remember the exact details, but I do recall her opening up educational programs for people to learn. Gemini, you can basically engage with others by discovering other people's minds, thoughts, opinions, truths, and messages You have this ability of being able to switch up the dialogue or the conversation if thoughts ever do trick you into believing false narratives or lies or deceit. And you can certainly grow in your understanding towards the subjects that you are learning from. You are able to persuade other people. You can leave a really great first impression on others with your loud words. You can promote yourself to be a mentor, or you can promote yourself to be a writer, or someone who is funny and clever, someone who's a teacher. Word may just travel around about you, and so through that word of mouth, other people become aware of you. And the next thing you know, you're getting more praise and worship from others, and more opportunities come your way. And when it comes to travel, well, Jupiter is all about long distance travel, and so therefore suggesting that through traveling, through being on the move, through taking these really quick trips abroad, you get to meet other people. And so through engaging and meeting with other people from different countries, you learn so much from them. Okay then, Cosmic Warriors, so that concludes my video on the Gemini philosophy. Now, if you do happen to have your Jupiter in Gemini, then let me know what you thought of the video in the comment section down below. But with all that being said, thank you so much for watching, thank you for subscribing, and of course, if you would like to see more videos from myself and you have not yet subscribed, then go right ahead and click that subscribe button. And I will be back with another video very, very soon. Bye!